Switch to Martin. Melquito. That's it long range. He's got it. Dispersed in a Loyal jersey. 1-0 San Diego. Stadium in San Diego. It has been a sellout the last few days. Loyal SC ready to kick off this season. Drew actually got a hand on it, and this one will go high and up and in! One more time! Torero Stadium in San Diego. Professional soccer has finally arrived.
And with that, we welcome you inside of Torero Stadium. It is Matchday Live, presented by Rady Children's Hospital. First thing you might notice is the new shirt. We'll explain that coming up here shortly. Thanks for being with us here on the SD Loyal YouTube page and Facebook page. I am Darren Smith. Normally, Jordan Caruth would be welcoming you inside of Torero Stadium. We may or may not hear from Jordan. We'll keep you in a little bit of suspense there, as Jordan may or may not make this broadcast. If you notice, I'm wearing some AirPods. There's a real reason for that. Between now and when we kick it up to Fox 5 tonight, or Azteca America 33, ESPN Plus, however it is that you'll be watching SD Loyal taking on Real Monarchs tonight, we may hear from Jordan between now and the end of the broadcast. If not, well, hey, I know how to speak. Those of you that know from the radio side know that I often carry on many conversations for extensive periods of time all by my lonesome. But welcome into Torero Stadium. 16 matches in the books, 16 more still to go. It's the beginning of the second half of the 2021 season here for SD Loyal tonight, hosting an unfamiliar opponent in Real Monarchs out of the Mountain Division, the third place team in the Pacific Division, San Diego Loyal, a record of 7 wins, 3 draws, 6 losses thus far on the season, coming off a 2-0 victory away at Los Dos on Sunday night. They return home for the first of 4 straight here at Torero Stadium. Tonight, it'll be Real Monarchs.
I don't see any champagne on that set.
And then 3 more still to come here before we conclude in the month of August. You heard Jordan Caruth. I can hear him.
Champagne, Darren?
The champagne. It is in the cooler, Jordan Caruth. It is good to hear you. I'm hoping that the people that are watching can actually see you. I have the champagne. Yeah, I don't know either. But I can hear you, and that's all that matters. So I'm either carrying on a conversation with somebody that the audience can't hear, or they actually can hear this, and it's just going to work fantastically here for the next 25 minutes. How you doing?
With our record, Darren, it's going to work flawlessly. It's going to be just easy stuff. I think it's working. Holy cow, now there's a shot inside my home. I'm playing it safe today. I decided to do the broadcast from home. It's a little bit of a different dynamic for us, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, got to play it safe this time of the year and just lately. So here we are at home. Everything is good. Test results have come back, and everyone is testing negative. So that is very good news. Darren, excited to hear you, excited to see you. I am so sad I am not at Torero Stadium, but I am excited to hear the broadcast from home, and I'm excited to see you take us inside Torero. This is a great setup.
This is a great setup, and we're going to have a conversation coming up here with somebody from Rady Children's Hospital, which has played a pretty important role this week in SD Loyal in terms of some of their actual injuries. But we also know they've been a tremendous sponsor for SD Loyal going back to its inaugural match here. Tremendous, and we'll get into that conversation coming up here in a little bit. But Jordan, the starting 11 is out. We know that, for the most part, is going to look very similar to what we saw on Sunday night inside of Carson. But we will see a little bit of a surprise. You want to walk us through the starting 11 here as we just get underway? And maybe the one surprise for some, I suppose, would be seeing Austin Guerrero back in net for SD Loyal.
Okay, so not a surprise if you're just looking at what Austin Guerrero has done this year. He deserves the time in net. But I feel like this is a very impactful decision by Landon Donovan and Nate Miller and the rest of the coaching staff. So Austin Guerrero in net, he is starting tonight. The rest of the starting 11. Sal Zizzo starting, he is your captain. Joshua Yarrow on the back line. Grant Stoneman, Morgan Hackworth getting the start. Charlie Adams, Jack Blake starting against his former team. I have a feeling we're going to hear his name a lot. A little bit later on in the pick the kick, Alejandro Guido, who needs a goal tonight, my friend. Toomey, who is absolutely red hot. He's going to get the start again, as is Miguel Ibarra and Corey Herzog, who has been known to hang out at the Buena Vista Social Club from time to time, potentially maybe a little bit later on. But that's the starting 11, Darren. It's a different look, and I think the most notable part is Austin Guerrero in net. That is a massive decision.
Yeah, it's actually going to be a really interesting night for the goalkeepers. As you mentioned, Jordan, Austin Guerrero back in there, starting for the third time and second consecutive. I guess there's something about clean cars and soapy joes that we can get into here over the span of the next 20 minutes. Hopefully that trend continues. Also, just as a quick aside, for Monarchs tonight, they are starting a 17-year-old goalkeeper. You might know Real Monarchs. They are the second division club for Real Salt Lake. So their keeper, who had spent most of the season with Monarchs, got called up to the big club. So they're starting a 17-year-old tonight. You're going to hear this on a broadcast with Nate Abarea and with Shannon McMillan. There's a lot of youth here for Monarchs tonight. And Jordan, the other thing that we should talk about, as you mentioned, who's in the starting 11, is who's unavailable tonight, because that's a pretty big story as well.
That's a massive story. So the injury report, rather long. I love the descriptions. I always love the descriptions. This is kind of just straight out of the hockey playbook. Elijah Martin unavailable for selection officially with a lower body injury. Jack Metcalf. San Diego Loyal tweeted a picture of Jack Metcalf following surgery from a broken collarbone. But officially in the game notes, it's an upper body injury, which is true. That is true. They are not lying with that. Colin Martin, a lower body injury, and Callum Montgomery, unfortunately, unavailable tonight. Not only is that a long list, that's an impactful list of players who are unavailable for San Diego. So a few opportunities, as mentioned. We named some players who normally we do not name in the starting 11 tonight. Some names that we've seen recently, like Sal Ziza, who continues to get minutes. How big has he come up for San Diego lately? He's been relied upon, and he's been good. Austin Guerrero, that's for me. That's where the spotlight is tonight. I want to know what happens in net. He's delivered clean cars to San Diego every single time, and I think he will continue that tonight. But that's a big one there. Trey Muse on the bench.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting even to think about what that was like for Landon Donovan since Sunday night, making the decision whether or not to go with Trey, who's been the number one starter, or to go with Austin Guerrero. So we'll see how that works out. Statistics, obviously will be a little bit different based on the amount of playing time. But Jordan, the other thing about it is you rattled off some of the injuries and, upper body, lower body injuries, etc. But what it also does is, when you look at who's available substitute-wise to come off the bench tonight, there's only one player who's listed as a defender who's available to come off the bench. So communication in terms of Morgan Hackworth and Grant Stoneman, Josh Yaro, and Sal Zizo, communication's obviously going to be a huge key. We don't see this combination. But also, in terms of Jordan Chavez being the only defender from the roster who's available as a substitute tonight, unless they've been training and getting others prepared to play a little bit out of position. That's just something worth paying attention to, I think, here once the match gets underway just past 7:30.
Absolutely, that's huge. I hope we do see Chavez a little bit later on tonight. I think there's a chance that we do see him. It's also amazing from this perspective, Darren. I didn't realize how often and how close we are to getting drilled in the head by soccer balls. You have been nearly killed multiple times during this podcast.
I felt it. I heard it. I saw where it landed. What did it look like? Could you describe how close was that?
I felt it here, and I'm in North County. That is scary. I didn't realize in how much danger we were actually in down there on the side of the field. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm hoping that even with the lack of defenders that we have tonight, I hope we get the win, because I want a Rubio's Taco. Tacos for the Win promotion brought to you by Rubio's Coastal Grill. If San Diego Loyal wins tonight's match, fans are going to receive one free a la carte taco. All you got to do is enter the coupon code SDLoyal online at rubios.com or in the Rubio's app, Darren. That's the way I do it, in the app. You can do that tomorrow. That would be August 8th. Get a free taco if San Diego win tonight against a team that has struggled, Real Monarchs.
A team has definitely struggled outside of Rio Tinto Stadium as well. Jordan, they have yet to win a match outside of Salt Lake City. 0 wins, a couple of draws, 5 losses for Monarchs tonight. Loyal, as we know, continuing to build the fortress. Last time out, notwithstanding, 5 wins, a draw, and a loss here at Torero Stadium. I mentioned the shirt to start the broadcast, to start Matchday Live. We're going to explain this when we come back. We're going to talk with Jill Strickland, representing Rady Children's Hospital, where in fact Jack Metcalf was earlier this week with that upper body injury. So that's coming up next, Matchday Live. He's Jordan Caruth, I'm Darren Smith. Stick around, we're back after this. Aaron, that's your cue to go to break, buddy.
Your summer starts here. With big savings on a new Toyota, you can go out and do all the things that make summer the best time of the year. But don't miss out on all the fun. See your Toyota dealer and catch a great deal today.
Right now, drive home a stylish new Corolla with a low $199 a month lease. Or you can save big with $1,500 factory cash back.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Chosen Foods, we are inspired by the vibrant culinary lifestyle of the Baja Med and, of course, by avocados. From our flagship avocado oil to our family of dressings, mayos, simmer sauces, and guacamoles, the versatility of all Chosen Foods avocado-based products offer you the freedom to be both healthy and creative in the kitchen. Join us in the sun-drenched utopia of Chosen Foods, the avocado. Celebrate it.
During this pandemic, many families are worried about visiting healthcare facilities. I'm Dr. Gail Knight, Rady Children's Senior Vice President and Chief Medical Officer. I'd like to share with you the advice that I give my own family and friends. The best thing that you can do to keep your child healthy, routine appointments like vaccinations and regular checkups. This keeps you, your child, and our community as protected as possible. We are always open, we are here for you, and we are safe.
It's time to get moving with the financial partner that's here for your journey. From small steps to big milestones, USE Credit Union is here for you. With tools to help you bank fast, solutions to help you go far, and a team of dream makers that's ready to help you step forward with confidence. USE Credit Union.
All right, welcome back. It is Matchday Live from Torero Stadium. I am Darren Smith. We're about to meet Jill Strickland. She's with Rady Children's Hospital, but I know many of you have already seen these shirts, and you know where to go for all the Loyal gear. You go to the shop. You either go to the shop in Mission Valley, or you go to the SD Loyal website. You can get all the latest gear, the Adidas collection, and these shirts, which carry with them significant meaning here for the month of August, which we will get into right now. But whether it's what we're wearing or what you see here on set each and every night, the shop in Mission Valley is the way to go. Say hello to Jill Strickland. She's volunteering to open a bottle of champagne here, which is very brave of her.
Happy to do that.
Absolutely. She's with Rady Children's Hospital, Senior Vice President, Chief Administrative Officer. How are we doing tonight?
We're doing great. Excited to be here.
We're very excited to have you here. You asked what the tradition was with the champagne.
Yes.
Every match day live, every home game, it's a celebration. After the summer we had last year, when we can all get together, when we can read on SD Loyal, it's a celebration
Great thing
for us.
to celebrate.
Absolutely. And you guys, obviously, it's just tremendous, all the work that you do. I know, working with the club, how proud they are of this sponsorship. Let's talk a little bit about what these great shirts are. Let's talk a little bit about the fundraising that we've got going on here in August, and all the good things that happen between the club and Rady Children's.
Well, we're delighted to be partners with the Loyal team. Rady Children's has long had a commitment to the community. As a matter of fact, we say we have a covenant with the community. Cool. And one of the things that we like working with San Diego Loyals, they feel the same way. So it's been a great partnership since the inception, and we're so thankful for the work that Loyal does to help us. They were at our vaccine clinic and helped volunteer in many, many days during the height of COVID, and we have some partnerships with the Select team, and then the fundraising for the Center for Gender Affirming Care is fantastic.
You know, I was there a lot of the times at some when the vaccines and the volunteering was going
did you?
on.
Good.
And it just, you know, the seeing professional athletes do that, you know, is not something that you see every day. That's one part of it. The other part of it, though, was the staff of volunteers at Rady
Right.
Children's Hospital.
Right.
So many of the nurses, so many of the doctors volunteering their time. It was one of the most inspirational things I've ever seen.
You know, it really was. I was there a couple of days myself, and you know, you would have 70 and 80-year-olds almost weeping because they knew that with that shot, they could then turn around and see their grandchildren, and they hadn't been out for months. And so I think you probably saw some of that too, and it meant a lot. We gave over 100,000 vaccinations out of that clinic, and the presence that you all made was materially important. So
Well,
it was good.
it was nothing compared to what you all do at Rady Children's Hospital. Let's talk a little bit about being the shirt sponsor.
Yes.
About Loyal Select.
Yes.
We're into the month of August. Landon Donovan joined me on radio this week and talked a little bit about all the fundraising efforts. This started last year. Their goal was to raise $10,000. They ended up raising almost $80,000.
I know.
They've set a pretty high goal this year. Let's talk a little bit about, people can go to the website, SDloyal.com, for all of the information. But let's talk a little bit about the fundraising hoping for $100,000 to the Pediatric Hospital Center for Gender Affirming Care.
Correct.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so our Center for Gender Affirming Care is one of our newest programs at Rady Children's, and it's there for children, adolescents, and young adults who suffer from gender dysphoria and the associated medical and psychological conditions that are affiliated with that. So we firmly believe that every child needs health care and needs a medical home and needs the care and compassion that they deserve. And we also believe that children are not just small adults. They need a different type of care, a different type of setting. And so we're thrilled to have opened this new program for those kids, and that the work that you all do to help support that is meaningful. It's great.
And there are going to be 3 teams. There's the first team, there's Loyal Select, and then the supporters. So this is going to be pretty competitive.
Yes.
We got a bunch of competitive people trying to fundraise. I like the way this is going.
Yes, it is fantastic. And it's another reason why I think we're such great partners. I think Rady Children's and San Diego Loyal are connected in so many ways. We believe in health, we believe in giving back, we believe in the whole person, young and old, the community, and we're excited about the work we're doing with Select too, and some of the nutritional programs we're offering to those kids on Fridays in the afternoon and some of the camps this summer. It was great.
I'm stoked that I just get a new shirt out of this situation. If they think they're getting this back, they are sadly mistaken. You know, I think if we were to just say we're involved in a fundraising program for Rady Children's Hospital, that would be enough, right?
Yeah.
People would be like, great, Rady Children's in the community, love them, right?
Yeah,
so many of us know somebody who's been helped through that on whatever level. I mean, even Jack Metcalf, the player, was in Rady Children's Hospital, far from a child. Yeah. But gender affirming care, that might be a term that some are unfamiliar with. Would you mind walking us through exactly what that is?
So gender affirming care, again, helps kids with gender dysphoria, which means they have an unease with their biological body and what their head and emotions are telling them that's different than what they were biologically born as, if you will. So, and our services can range from medical clinics, it can range from social and mental and behavioral health services, and the program for the kids, it's one of the only ones here, and we're delighted to be there for those kids. So,
well, that is great.
Yeah,
and again, people can go and you can learn much more about this. We're giving you the Cliff Notes version here, but there's going to be 3 different teams, so you can already see who's contributing and who's in the lead, and it's going to be competitive. I know I'm jumping involved here. Jordan and I are going to get involved on the Unnamed Soccer podcast, and of course my role at iHeart, where we do a ton of work with Rady Children's Hospital as well. So this is all going to a tremendous cause. Go check it out on the SD Loyal website as well. Now, you said you weren't scared of
I'm not scared of
opening a bottle of champagne. I mentioned it's
opened
a
few of those in my day.
We need a couple of cups around here, so I see that
Cups?
you have opened. You have some experience.
I have a little bit of experience.
Now, we've had the mayor, who, you know, we've had Shannon McMillan, Hall of Famer in the broadcast booth.
Many.
We've had the president from Pride just most recently here.
great.
So you're up, Jill Strickland. If you want to pop the champagne, I will take care of the microphone for it.
Being back together.
Being back together.
That's great.
Good luck. We'll see. Oh, we're going for the.
It tells me it's going to be hard when it's cold.
Yeah.
Just a minute.
I can
Together,
see
right?
it. Yep. Yep.
Almost,
Oh, it's right there.
Almost, right. Almost. I think one more.
Clear the decks. Watch out up on the bluff. Boom. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Good job out of you.
All
Match Day
right.
Live. It's a celebration.
All
Pour
right.
yourself a couple bubbles. Check out SDloyal.com.
All
Thank you so much,
right.
everybody
All
at
right.
Rady Children's Hospital. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We'll be back. Our final segment of Match Day Live coming up next from Torero Stadium.
It starts off with a little seed, and with a little love from nature, it sprouts to life. And when delicious fresh fruits and veggies are perfect, they are rushed to the home of fresh. Sprouts, where goodness grows.
Want a perfect pair of sunglasses for your every occasion? Hit up the Knockaround Custom Shop. With over 1 million possible combinations, why not get a pair for every you? 8 a.m. I need a coffee you. Clocking a few miles you. Game day you. Happy camper you. Fun in the sun you. On the slopes you. Dog days you. Happy hour you. Si se puede you. The Knockaround Custom Shop. You design them, we build them.
I'm not even sure what's happening here, and I know it's fast, but I'm in love with you. We're gonna be together forevs, and I'm gonna keep you looking good, boo. That's washes. That's right. We're gonna binge wash, babe. Commit to your car. What are you waiting for?
Go. Jesse, ¿dónde le moviste para que se miraran los dos?
Settings.
Okay.
Darren, let me hop in here. No one can hear you. Darren, let him know your mic is off, but Aaron's mic is on. So go ahead and have him flip that over. I'll go ahead and take over from here. I don't know what Darren set up, but I couldn't hear it. But I'll get to the pick to kick. We have some standings to get to here on the pick to kick. Darren leads the way with 18 points. Shannon McMillan with 13. Chavos with 10. I also have 10. Time with Chavos. Jack Cronin with 6. Locals with 6. As Aaron, not Darren. But that's the latest in the leaderboard with the pick to kick. I was expecting to see a lot of people select Jack Blake tonight, Darren. And I was wrong. Only one person selected Jack Blake. It was the locals.
Now, why
I
were you
kind of
expecting
overthought that one.
Yeah, we've got Shannon McMillan going with Corey Herzog. Cronin is going with Alejandro Guido. Chavos. Cronin, by the way, who's not here tonight, is going to be Nate Abarrea, our mate Nate up in the broadcast booth. Chavos going with Guido. Locals, Blake, to your point. I'm going to go with Tumi Moshabani. And Jordan, you are?
I am going with Alejandro Guido once again. I have been going with Alejandro Guido a lot this year. If you can remember a time where I actually was in first place in this game, that was a real thing. It was a long time ago. I've selected Alejandro Guido a lot, and now I'm not in first anymore. But I'm riding with Guido tonight. I think he scores. I think he has maybe 2 tonight, a brace for Guido. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Just want to put that into the atmosphere because I need to make a comeback. Guido is my selection tonight, and everyone else on the board selected Guido. So even if he goes off tonight, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to ground. Thanks a lot.
Well, hey, I'm rooting for Guido, obviously, but it'd be great. Tumi Moshabani has very quietly, I think, slid there into a tie for the club lead, team lead for the 2021 season in goals scored. He's got 4. He scored in 2 straight, 3 out of the last 4, so I'm going to ride the hot foot. He also has the most shots on target, so he's been the most accurate shooter so far here in the 2021 season for SD Loyal. So I'm going to go with Tumi tonight. I don't know. The odds of him going 3 straight, we'll have to see, but I'll be pulling for whomever it is, Jordan. Of course, this is not the only match in the Western Division tonight. This is an inter-division match between Loyal and Monarchs, but we're also going to see Orange County against Los Dos tonight. So we'll pay attention to that and keep you up to date on Matchday Live, the post-match show following the match here tonight, which, again, you can watch on Fox 5, Azteca 33, and ESPN+. How do we think our mate Nate's going to do in the broadcast booth with Hall of Famer Shannon Mack?
That is the one benefit of me doing this broadcast from home. I'm actually going to be able to sit down on the couch and take in the entire broadcast. Normally, we're just watching right there from the set, which is a great view, but it's also difficult to take in an entire match and actually see the subtleties of what's happening out there. So I get to sit back. I get to enjoy a couple Buena Vesas. I have some fresh ceviche in the fridge ready to roll. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to enjoy an SD Loyal win, and I'm going to listen to Nate Abarea just break out some magnificent goal calls. I don't know. Do you think he has a specific goal call ready to go? Do you think he goes with San Diego?
Ooh, I hadn't really thought about that. I've heard Nate do plenty of matches in the past, so I don't know if he's just going to go right back to where he was when he was doing other matches in his great career, or if he's going to break out something special tonight. I will tell you, he was down here a little bit before we went on with Matchday Live. He is prepared. Our guy is prepared tonight. He's got nuggets on what Landon's history is with the Monarchs manager, so he's ready to rock and roll tonight. That dude is going to be great. He's going to crush it.
Nate Abarea is going to be able to tell you about the soil that everyone grew up on and the strengths and the weaknesses of that soil and where everyone's roots were originally planted. I look forward to the broadcast tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Nate, as you know, will be prepared, and I can't wait to hear the goal calls. If he gets to call Alejandro Guido, that's going to be special for him. I worked with Nate doing broadcasts down in Tijuana with Club Tijuana, and obviously Alejandro Guido has a connection there. So Nate knows him well. I think it would be special for him to get a couple goal calls here on the north side of the border in San Diego with Loyal.
I think it'd be fantastic. Can we just give one quick shout out to our guest here, Jordan? Because we've had a lot of people on the spot in opening up champagne. Jill Strickland, man, she crushed that. You should have seen that cork had great arc. Made it all the way up there to the flaming Torero food truck. So like she came prepared to play here tonight. And one final thing we should mention before we go. We talked a little bit about who's not available tonight. Loyal announcing that there's a couple of MLS loanees, one of whom is in the 18 available to play tonight. Oliver Larraz, 19-year-old midfielder. He is here, Jordan. He's a young winger, quality touch. He's here from Colorado in Major League Soccer, which sort of makes you say, don't they have a USL affiliate? But I guess, you know, whether it's Trey Muse or whether it's this, like, they just want them here in competitive environments with great coaching like Landon. They want them playing meaningful matches. So it's just so interesting when you see an MLS club loan a player here and they just bypass their own USL club in the process. I think it's just a really interesting thing.
It can't happen across the league very often, right? This has to be pretty unique.
Yeah.
When your own affiliate is not good enough for you. It's a strange approach to it all, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. Well, Jordan, this has actually worked out. This has been fantastic. I know there's been a couple of glitches, but hey, by post-match show, I don't know what your situation is, but I look forward to recapping the match with you post.
Darren, I have no idea what my situation will be post-game, but I'll be here for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I ducked when that cork came exploding out of the bottle. That looked really good on the screen. It took a little bit, but eventually, you're right. It almost took out the Torero at the top.
Yeah, it almost did, yeah. She was determined to do it. She had a lot of confidence, this Jill Strickland here tonight. She hit it out of the park. That might have been our best, maybe our best celebrity champagne popper of the 2021 season. I feel like the bar has been raised just a little bit. And do go to their website and check out these shirts, the white shirt that you might be able to see on our set. All of those are available here for the month of August. And much of the proceeds are going to go to Rady Children's Hospital. So you're going to get a great looking shirt, and it's going to go to a great cause as well. Jordan, as we wrap it up.
Yeah, speaking of shirts, go to the shop, check it out. You can get some cool shirts like the one I am wearing tonight. Darren, you look fantastic. The set looks amazing. I see the seltzers. I know you're going to be pounding those during the match. The Buena Vistas are going to be put on ice for Nate Abareya. He deserves several tonight after his debut on the mic with SD Loyal in a play-by-play capacity. And I can see the local sticker from there. It looks really, really good. I'm excited to see a post-match.
All right, Fox 5, Azteca, ESPN Plus. We'll talk to you post-match. Peace out.
Switch to Martin. Melquito. That's it long range. He's got it. Dispersed in a Royal jersey. 1-0 San Diego. Stadium in San Diego. It has been a sellout the last few days. Loyal SC ready to kick off this season. Drew actually got a hand on it, and this one will go high, and up it is! One more time! Torero Stadium in San Diego. Professional soccer has finally arrived.